Good afternoon. Good afternoon, House. I want to ask, what is the litmus test to know that okay, you as a leader, you have done much or you have done under the expected level? How do you know? How do you gauge it? That's one. And if you say men are the standard to gauge this thing, sometimes some people get to the pinnacle of success and we admire it a lot, but oftentimes we might discover that the pinnacle of one man's success might just be the beginning of another. So is there another way to know that, okay, this person, you have done too much of yourself or under, or this is the perfect level? Then also, oftentimes, you draw from the mentor, which is true, very true. Even made mention of so many people that he has mentored him and he hasn't made them want all that. But I want to ask, there are some people that actually need very strong guidance. I think if you come to the church setting, they'll tell you discipleship. How do you fit yourself in such a case? How do you meet people? Because there are some of us that we actually need people who would guide step by step till we get to that point. Maybe we can be able to learn how to draw. So how do we place in such cases? Do you think, how do we do that? That's one. Then the last one is, what are the red flags you find in following a mentor?
I mean, simple. What scripture says, examine yourself. And the next question is, how do you? Every examination has a guide, like a marking scheme, am I correct? That determines what the right answers are. So when you want to check and examine yourself, one of the strongest tests is, first of all, define where you are trying to arrive at. Okay? And most times, like when you define success is attaining the desired goal that aligns you with purpose. So when you have the exact goal that aligns you with purpose and you establish that benchmark, you cannot determine if you are shortchanging yourself in the process. All right, are you following that? So if you know that I have to be in Abuja, that is the starting point. I need to be where? In Abuja. That understanding will now begin to make you decide what is the best route to take. The best route from Makurdi to Abuja is obviously through Lafia. Am I correct? So we have established this is the best path to take. I want to start a restaurant. That's my destination. What is the best path to take? I want to begin master's degree. What is the best path to take? Some of you will wake up one morning that you want to do masters in UK. You don't have 3,000 in your account. Your father doesn't have 20,000 in the account, but you want to do masters in the UK. You are third class. So you don't even qualify for scholarship. But you want to do what? It's like saying, I want to go to London, but I want to use a boat. Not even ship, boat. Boat, canoe. It's not realistic. Are you following me now? So when you define where you want to go to, a realistic goal like Abuja, you now determine what is the best route to take. I go through Lafia. That's the best route. You can go to Lokoja, but that's about 5 hours extra. So that's not a smart move to make. Am I correct? So I go to Lafia. So I now understand where I want to go to, number one. Number two is that which is the best route to take. That's number two. When you then define those two realities, when you arrive Lafia, you now know that you are 1 hour into the journey and you have 3 more hours to go. Are you following that now? So the real measurement to use is first your destination, your desired goal, and the best route to take. Let me give you a very practical example that seems very far-fetched. I want to do masters in the UK. Like I said, you don't have 3,000 in your account, and your father doesn't have 20K in your account. But you really want it. You know it's a place you ought to be. So, what's the plan? What's my best route? Okay, first of all, I'm a third class. That means I have to do PG again. You see that now? Then, after doing PG, I probably have to get a job. I work for like 4 years. Save money. So now I'm doing PG. I'll try and up my GP to qualify. You see that now? And then when I qualify, I go back to get a job. And I save money because my father can help me. So if I get a job with my PG, I can either qualify for a scholarship or I'll save up to leave. It may take me 6 more years, but it doesn't disqualify the plan. So let me know overflow. Does it make sense now? Number 2 question. So I said if I had the time to go into the lecture properly, but I've taught you that mentors rather have a role to pour. What I'm doing here, for example, is the duty of a mentor, right? Is giving up so much just to point to people for 4 hours. It's crazy. But understand that 1 hour can change your life. 1 hour with the right encounter can change. Abigail and I were talking about a friend of mine that has moved me to tears many times. Because I've seen how one turn in her life has changed her life. Not for the better. Just one turn. So one turn can basically derail you from every form of success. One turn. One turn. Where you school, what you studied, who you marry. One turn, one decision. The man you love. He said, but it's love now. Can I choose who I love? You can choose who you love. Love is a decision. It's only children that love emotionally. I couldn't help it. I fell in love. When you grow, you will stand in love. Are you following me now? Yeah. So mentors do have a job to pour in, to disciple. Sadly, like I said before I closed, that many mentors now, instead of pouring, they take. You come, you wash their clothes, you carry their bag, you do everything for them, but they don't point to you. They don't sit down with you and tell you what really matters. Abigail is not just, on the team. Abigail is like my daughter. Literally like my daughter. She works at the office. There are times I will call her into my office for 1 hour. Just pour into her. The people that are close to me, I will just call them. Just pour into them. They go to my house to come and greet me. That greeting will turn to mentorship session for 2 hours. We are talking, 2 hours, just pouring. And they will say, that this thing you just said, I have been meaning to ask you this question for 3 years. So yes, there is a need to disciple. There's a need to pour into people. But I'm just saying that you can't always determine what the mentor does. Like I said, Elijah was driving Elisha. What do you do if your mentor is Elijah? Will you give up drawing? You can't do that. But if you're blessed, you may have mentors that are willing to pour into you. All right? And as a mentor, because many of you here, like we said, you have the following leader and the leading follower. So the same way, even if you're a mentor, you're also a protege. If you're a protege, you are a potential mentor. You need to understand that when you become mentors, you must understand where to pour. Some other people too, don't point to them because they're like baskets. As you pour, they leak away. When you pour and pour and you see that leakage, just stop there and move to the next one. So you don't also deplete yourself of the strength to mentor. Because mentors also get discouraged. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. What's your last question? In my notes, I had put mentors are not masters. Mentors are not lords. That's what it has turned to. Even some people who are doing small training, like my precious family members here, Helen, they have beautiful thriving businesses. And I saw that they both train people. Sometimes when you are training, you feel like you are a god. Mentorship doesn't make you what? A lord or master. And then the protege is a slave. So when you see a mentor, this careful. I have to be careful to say this. Because honestly, if you see a mentor that disrespects you, it's a red flag. But mentors will disrespect you. And it's not a red flag. Yes. I would say that a mentor that insists on corrupting your personal values is a red flag. And I use that word value very carefully, not personal principle. Because some of your principles are useless. I'm saying values because he has to have value. He has to have weight. He has to have merit. So that, because so, can I say this? Years ago, a matter came to my table. The matter was that one of my friends was sexually harassing a lady. What did I say? One of my friends was sexually harassing a lady. And my friend was in ministry. So see, it was quite messy. So I had a chance to talk to the lady. I said, what really happened? Say, so I went to his office and then, he grabbed me and then he was kissing me. Yeah. After a while, I said, I didn't want it. I didn't like it. So I stopped it. I say, hold on. Excuse me. Please excuse me. Say, yes, sir. I say, when you enter this office, say, yes, sir. He was kissing you. Say, yes, sir. Did you leave your face in the room and you went out? Then when you now entered, you now saw that he was holding your face, kissing your face. You say, no. Oh, you were in the room too? Because, auntie, your mouth is on your head. Your head is on your body. How did the kissing start? Kissing you. Was it when you became tired of the kissing that he now began to harass you sexually? Are you following me what I'm saying now? Because some people, but it's like a father to me. So in the contract you signed for fatherhood, did it include thou shalt kiss thy daughter? Because some of these things is caused by those who are following. Because there's some, I know followers, and I've shared a few stories with my people, who I know, ladies, that if they were to do any sexual favors, in their mind it's a sexual service. Like, what can I do for you, sir? You have done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. What can I donate? Are you seeing what I'm saying, right? So sometimes the mentors too are victims. Mentors who have true, honest intentions, and then somebody comes and offers what they should not take. So whatever corrupts your personal values is a red flag. Have I answered the question? Okay.